generally what I find is that basically people spend too much time focusing on the swing and they overlook the importance of the grip and the setup, and that leads into the inconsistencies that they face with their ball striking. Because without solid foundations, it's going to be very hard to build a great building, for example. So we've got to then really focus on foundations. And today I'm going to shed light on exactly what the function of the grip is, what the function of the setup is, and how that can really benefit you going forward and really help you build a swing that you want to build, and really then start to see more consistency and enjoy this game a lot more. Now, if you do want to learn this in more detail, I do have a free access course that you can get access to by clicking the link in this video, and it'll teach you step by step, even with drills, how to set up properly and get all the fundamentals correct. But today it's going to be education. I'm going to teach you about each part of it. And then if you want to learn more and you want to learn how to do it step by step, click on the link in the description of this video and you can go ahead and learn that there. So let's go. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the grip. Now, I've done countless videos on the grip on social media, and I've got hate for it, and I've got a lot of love for it, but a lot of love comes from people who've actually tried it, and they see the benefits of this grip. Now, I've gone pretty much and gripped the club every single way that's possible in my quest for the perfect grip, and I've found the perfect grip, which is opposite forces in the fingers grip, with the overlap and not the interlock. I gripped interlock for about 15 years, and about 2 years ago I changed because this overlap grip allowed my hands to work in unison together. And what we need on the grip is two hands that work together and not one hand's taking the load or ruining your swing, for example. So the opposite forces grip is definitely the best grip to teach you how to use the hands correctly and how to use them equally in the golf swing, which is really, really important. What we need to see with the opposite forces grip is that we are gripping it in the fingers. And I'll go from this side for the lead hand. What I basically like to do is the tip of the index finger, I like to use that as the hook for the lead hand, and then I like to run it right up to sort of the base of the pinky finger. So that's my two pressure points, and then what I do is wrap the hand over on top. And then what we can do is then get the rest of the fingers to grab on. But I'm really feeling the connection to this club with the tip of the index finger and the base of the pinky finger. That's where the pressure's at. And this will feel uncomfortable in the beginning because it really gets your wrist twisted over to a position that is not natural and it's not comfortable. But the golf swing is not a natural movement, and therefore nothing that we do is going to feel natural at first if you want to do it correctly. But eventually it will. The other thing here, as you can see with this arm structure, is that yes, the wrist is rotated in towards my belt here, but you can see that I have not rotated the whole arm. So my elbow is not facing out. For example, if I set up, my elbow is not facing out towards my target line. I have the elbow rotated in so that pretty much my tricep on my lead arm is almost tucked right into my rib cage. It's definitely looking at my rib cage, or you can think of it as the elbow is looking down at the left hip or the lead hip. So that's pretty much good arm structure and grip on the lead hand. Okay, very locked in. Okay, then with the trail hand, first of all, we want to be overlapping. So with the overlapping grip, we want to get the pinky on the trail hand to fit right in between these two fingers on the lead hand. So they just fit in there. And then with this hand, we are going to use the two middle fingers as the pressure points. So we're going to hook them on basically in the fingers. So we don't want to be right in the palm. There, you're just in trouble there. It's too strong. Okay, so we want to have that hooked in, and then we're going to use the two fingers in the middle to hook on. And you can see here that this section of the thumb and forefinger, where the V shape is, what's going to fit on top of there perfectly is the padded area of your trail thumb. So once you get the pinky in and you lock on the two middle fingers, we want to get that padded area to fit nicely on top. And you can see there now, I have the opposite forces fingers grip. Okay, I'm using the correct areas of my hands to grip onto the club, and what I'm doing there basically is got force from this hand, force from this hand, working opposite to each other, so it's very easy to keep that club face nice and stable. Okay, and the stable club face is what's going to allow us to control the ball flight consistency. So there we go, there we have it. It's fingers. This lead hand is in a very strong position, and the trail hand is in a very weak position, but they work together. My arms are locked. And you can see with the right arm structure, I also have the elbow, the inside of my elbow facing out towards you, and I've rotated around on the wrist to get into that position. And my armpits here are locked. This is another thing with the arms. my armpits are locked right in there, okay? They're connected to my body, and that way I can make sure that my arms and my body are swinging together correctly in the swing. So now we're gonna look at the setup. That's grip and your arms, okay? Now we gotta look at setup. So a lot of the time, people do not set up correctly. They overbend their knees, and that's gonna stabilize the lower body and get your upper body to upright. And then what we're going to see is the arms out here not connected at all. And also, if your arms are out here, it's very difficult to grip the club correctly. So they're kind of linked to each other, the setup and the grip. So what we want to see instead is that we're in a posture that is more bent over from the hip. The legs are a little straighter, and the balance in your feet is here on the balls of your feet. So your toes are almost feeling like they're digging in like this. It's a great feel. But you're in this great setup, okay? From here, then, you're going to be able to build the swing you want. So you're going to be able to get your takeaway correct. You're going to be able to work on setting the club. I've just got so much balance to allow my body to rotate and to allow my arms to do what they need to do while staying connected to my body. If I can get into positions like this, then it's very easy to strike that golf ball. It looks kind of robotic, what I'm doing, but I'm really exaggerating the movements. And to be honest, it feels kind of robotic. But what will happen then is when I really drill in these movements, I'm going to be able to go onto the golf course and swing naturally, okay? Swing in whatever way is comfortable, focusing on targets like that. And my swing, my natural swing, is going to be so much more developed because I've come to the range and I've practiced on my technical swing, okay? So you do have two swings. Now, I'll do another video on that in the future. I've got a lot of stuff coming on that to help you take the swing here to the course, because a lot of people practice here and they take that feel, or they take that mindset to the course and they're focused on their swing and they're not focused on playing golf, and that's why they don't see any improvements even though they might hit the ball better. Now, if you would like to learn these fundamentals in more detail with the step-by-step process for free, then just click the link in the description and you will have access to the videos that are going to teach you exactly how to do that. All right, guys, so thanks for watching. I really appreciate you watching these videos. If you are new here, please consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video.